Hey everybody, a vlog with no glasses. Can y'all see me? Yeah, this is true. Anyways, there's y'all heard of the thing called girl math, right? Um, well, I'm gonna talk about 4 different types of math today. There is math. Math. Mathematics. Yay! Okay, 4 types of math. There's poor math, girl math, man's math, and entrepreneurial math. Okay, so I'm going to talk about math. Not actual math, like 2 plus 2 equals 4 and stuff. But math. Math. Okay, so poor people's math works like this. They get a credit card that gives them points or cash back, and they see it from this perspective. I can borrow it and buy it now on my credit card, which means I don't have to pay nothing for it. And I get cash back and points that I earned that can get me rewards and cash and stuff. And I don't have to pay anything now. And those cash back or that points will I can use that to pay the minimum amount on the card. So I get it now and I don't pay for it at all. That's poor people math. And that's why they're poor. Because they're buying stuff they can't afford on credit using money they don't have, getting themselves into debt, which makes them even more poor. Then, of course, you've heard about girl math, right? Girl math's like the idea that they can buy a bag for $100 or whatever, and if they use it 100 times, it costs $1 a use. Well, guys' math is kind of the same, except for we go and say, why not buy the $20 bag and use it every day, 365 days a week, a month, a year, and it'll cost you about 6 cents a day instead of $1 a day. Or you already have a bag, why do you need another bag? Why don't you save 100% of that money because you don't need another bag. You already have a bag. You don't need another dress. You don't need another skirt. You don't need another shirt. You already have that. So, girls' math is it only costs so and so amount per use. Guys' math is you have enough clothes, bags, purses, whatever already, so you don't need another one. Or it is finally worn out, but instead of buying the $100 one, why don't you buy the $20 one? Or better yet, the $10 one. Yeah! And save even more money. So, and instead of having 20 different pairs of shoes or 20 different purses or 20 different whatever for your different outfits, how about you instead man math 1 pair that lasts the whole year? Yeah! Every use. So it makes sense for me to spend 100. It makes sense for me to spend 50 something dollars on a pair of shoes if the shoes is going to last 6 months. That's only $10 a month. Actually, less. Man math. See? Yeah. Or don't buy it at all because you already have a pair of shoes. You don't need 2 or 3 or 20 or 100. You don't need a different one with every outfit. You need one. You don't need all these different. Yeah. You don't need so many different outfits. There's only 7 days in a week. And if you go to church, you only have the one basic Sunday outfit. Um, and then you got 6 other days that you work. And if you work a job, most jobs require you to wear some kind of uniformish outfit. So you really don't need so many outfits. I mean, at best, you need maybe four because you can wash them. You can wash clothes so you can reuse them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Um, and then the fourth type of math I'm going to talk about. Oh, man's math also sees things from a same way, kind of same way as the entrepreneurial math. In this regard, man has this other version of math. Um, how this is another way of man's math, or it might just be my math. I don't know, but I get paid so and so amount an hour. The item costs so and so amount of money. How many hours do I have to work to pay for said item? That's I don't know if that's man math or rich people math or part of entrepreneurial math, but entrepreneurial math works like this, which I kind of use the man math and that math that I just said. It takes a bit further from the how much the thing costs. Entrepreneur math works like this. Item costs blank amount of money. How much can I sell item for? Can I get blank amount of money for item? Is the amount of money I can make off of the item worth the amount of money that I have to pay for the item to make it worth my time in buying and spending my money that again I get paid so and so amount an hour for, so it costs me that many hours to buy that product. So say I get paid $20 an hour and the product that I'm going to buy costs $10. So that item costs me 30 minutes of time to buy it. If I can't sell that item for if if I could sell that item for $50, I'm gonna make $40, which is 2 hours of time. It cost me 30 minutes of time to make 2 hours of time from an entrepreneurial money making standpoint. Worth it, yes. But if the item costs me $20, but I can't sell it for more than what I paid for it, item not worth it. Not worth the math. You get what I'm saying? So you got poor people math, woman's math, man's math, and entrepreneurial math, which is kind of like rich people math too, because they try to figure out a way to make their money and time worth more and create a system of passive income. I'm working on that, but it ain't working because these videos are not going viral fast enough. Y'all need to be liking them, subscribing, and sharing faster, people. Why? So I can have passive income. Passive income is me making videos and it going crazy viral and making me get like $1,000 a month off of YouTube. Right now, I'm barely making $100 every 3-4 months. That's passive income. Passive income is also like a person owning a piece of land, property, and then renting the property out to people. They get that check every month by renting out the land to the people, or renting the mineral rights, or renting the sky rights, or renting some kind of other rights out to the people, or a 99-year lease. When the lease is, or 49-year lease, or whatever, you lease the land to people for a certain period of time, and if they back out of the contract, well, not only do they have to pay for a fee for backing out of the contract, but they have to pay for um, that to pay for. You get to keep the property and any improvements they made to the property after the time of the lease is up. So if they built a strip, say they built a strip mall on your land, after the time period is up, you get the strip mall. Any contracts that the strip mall made with people at the strip mall is now yours. Or in the 99-year lease case, it's your descendants. But still, it's passive income. Um, Another way of passive income is basically the booth idea. I pay money to have a booth. Now, if I owned a building and had a consignment shop, people would paying me money every month to have a booth. It's basically renting part of a place. The guy's making passive income off of me, but I'm also making passive income off of, or the guy who runs the booth is making passive income off me with his business for renting the booth, but he has to lease his building. So the guy who owns the shopping center that he leases the building at is also making passive income off of him. Selling things on consignment, that's a way to make passive income, but that's actually not really passive income exactly, because it's direct income, because you have to actually sell. That's more making commission. That's a commission thing, which is another way to make money. Yes, that's one way to make money. You can make money off of commission, you can make money off of a paycheck, and you can make money off of passive income. So what people need to be able to do is have a job where they're making a paycheck, and that job should also be paying them a commission in case they for going above and beyond the Call of Duty and or selling stuff while at work. So it would be nice to make a salary of hourly salary with a bonus commission, and other bonuses would be nice. But who gets those bonuses? Not the employees. No. The people who should be getting bonuses, the manager, the store manager, is be getting the sales bonus. Store manager is not the one doing the selling. Cash register people are. The customer service associates that are up and down the rows and aisles helping assist customers are. And you know who really is making sure that money gets that money's made? The merchandise manager and the stockers. Because without them, nothing would be on the shelf. Yeah. Especially when you have a merchandise manager like me who does like 80%, if not more, of the work. Almost 100% of the work on an average day. Well, I'm not a merchandise manager now, but when I was one, I was doing like 90% of the work. Like 95% of the work. Unloading the trucks, sorting the stuff, freaking putting the stuff on the shelves, doing multiple U-boats an hour, getting a U-boat done in 30 minutes sometimes. And there's like 30 plus items on these U-boats. I be getting a box a minute, you know, while also having to deal with customers, services, customer service, helping them out, and I should have been making commission. I swear, I should have been making commission more than just an hourly salary. I should have been making commission off of how many boxes I put up. Matter of fact, they should just start doing that. That should be added to your paycheck. I mean, how much work a productivity commission should be added. If you're a cashier, a sales commission should be added. How many sales you made that during your shift, you should be getting a percentage of that. And stockers, of course, should be getting a percentage of how many items they put up on the shelf. That should be a commission of that. They should be getting a percentage of that. Even if it was 1%, it's still a little bit more money coming their way. Don't you think? Yeah, we all think about it. That would be like passive income, sort of, though, because you would be doing your regular job, getting money, and then you would be going above and beyond your job to try to go faster or do more and be more productive and thus get more money. A little bit of extra money. Make it happen, government. Get some cojones and pass some laws like this. Yeah. So, while I'm kind of don't like the idea of renting, because I had a video about maybe we should figure out a way to make where everything's rent to own. That way, once you get it paid for, you get to own it and you no longer have to rent it. Plus, we should get rid of property taxes because if you have property taxes on the property, you don't never really fully, truly own it. But those are different. That's different. How'd y'all like the math? The four maths. Po people math, girl math, which they think they some girl bosses with their girl math, but man math beats girl math. Bam! Hands down. Hands down! And entrepreneur math. I guess rich-ish people math. See, rich people math. So I threw in a free bonus when we were rich people math. Passive income. That's basically rich people math. How much money can I make off of what I own by renting or leasing it out, and then someone else makes the money off of it? It kind of works like stocks and bonds and stuff, like investments. Like, okay, I invest $10,000 in your startup company in exchange for, say, 1% of your future profits. Now, one person might think, well, 1% ain't hardly nothing. And what if I fail? Well, if you fail, the guy loses $10,000. So it's an investment. But if you succeed and you become a success and you start making $1 million a year, 1% of $1 million a year is the same as their original $10,000 investment. Passive income. The person literally has to do nothing except finance you. Literally nothing. And then they make a thing saying in their contract or whatever that says, sure, you can buy back the $10,000 investment, but you're going to have to pay like $50,000 to buy it back. And you say something like they have permission to buy it back within like 10 years. In 10 years, you could buy it back. But you make it where they have to pay 5 times as much as the original investment to buy it back, which again is still making a $40,000 profit off of doing literally nothing except handing over the money to someone else to do the job. And the other person literally does every single thing. That is how investments work. They work good for the rich people who already have the money to invest, but they don't work too good for the poor people who have no money to invest. And that is why I think that the only two type of investments for stock options or whatever should be employees should be the only ones allowed having those stock options, which really doesn't mean anything because they're never going to let the employees get a majority of them to override the executives. The executives are always going to have more stocks so that they can make decisions than the employees. That's just how it's going to work. Or the second one, which I just mentioned, that should be allowed. Yes, it should be allowed to donate something like 10,000 loan. It's kind of a loan, invest, whatever. Should be okay for the rich people to invest something like 10,000. But that should be like $10,000 or something. Should be like the bare minimum to invest, and 1% should be like the bare minimum. Shouldn't be like these Shark Tank people on Shark Tank. They offering like low ball ridiculous. See, this is why rich people get rich because they offer low ball prices, and then they want something like 50% for that low ball bullshit. It should be like by law or something. There should be like a law or something that says like it's 10,000 a percent per 1%, and that you can't buy over like 10%. That should be like the rule or something. Yeah, and this is also why more people are doing stuff online with the investments. They're doing the cryptos, and the companies are doing the Kickstarter and GameFound and other places like that. They're doing those because they are wanting the customers to directly invest, or the consumers and customers to directly invest in the company. And then they're getting special bonuses for investing. Just, like stockholders, when when the company makes a lot of money, the stocks holders who have get like a bonus or something because of the company making a lot of money. Yeah. So again, I think the stock should only be owned by the employees. If you're not an employee of the company, you shouldn't be allowed to own stocks in it. That's just how I feel. It's helping the rich get richer, not the employees who actually make a percentage off of their company, which is how it should be. Yeah. And we can adjust maybe the rules and laws when up to inflation or whatever, but you could always adjust the rules and laws when it comes to inflation, which comes to mind of my next vlog video that probably gonna go to bed now, but yeah, I guess I'm insomniac, or I just sleep in the afternoon. I don't know. I'm a night owl, maybe, or whatever. But anyway, um, technically early morning now because it's past midnight. Midnight thoughts. What y'all think about midnight thoughts? Anyway, comment down below. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do a reason. I think I'm gonna do a minimum wage video. Already telling y'all it's too low, but still, uh, I had some people comment. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna address it right now. Some people was commenting on my video about the job, and thanks for a lot of comments and a lot of views on it. By the way, thanks. That's why I need all my videos to get like that kind of views. So do more liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing of all my videos. Watch them all, and y'all really should watch to the very end because you never know what I'm gonna say or do. Yeah. Anyways, they were making comments that the minimum wage, the jobs were minimum wage, and that minimum wage wasn't supposed to be able to be enough to make a living wage. That is totally false, by the way. The whole entire reason whole entire reason we have a minimum wage, the whole entire reason the government created a minimum wage in the first place was because the minimum wage was the minimum amount of money a person was supposed to earn during a 40-hour work week to pay for their basic essential needs: home, car, family. And this was back when there was a one person income. On average, this was when a man could make enough money for a wife and 2 to 3 children. That's at least 4 to 5 people. Let's just say that's 5 people. One man could make enough money to pay for their food, clothing, housing, car, utilities, and yes, men were the ones working. But due to feminism, you women can now work too, which doubles the workforce when we have the same, but keeps the same amount of jobs. Oh, that's just a little side thought. Anyway, you know, food, clothing, housing, car, insurance, utilities, gas, etc. All these things that the man worked a minimum wage to be able to earn enough money in a 40-hour work week to pay for the bare minimum of a family of 5 people, still have enough money saved up that they could take a 2-week vacation somewhere, not even close to their house, but like somewhere totally out in another freaking rest of the world. That is why we have a minimum wage. So, yes, the minimum wage was created and designed for the average man to have a wife, 2 or more kids, and that would be a living wage for him. That is why we have a minimum wage. The whole reason why minimum wage is not up is because nobody has adjusted minimum wage to inflation. Also, wages going up is what causes part of the inflation. Because when you don't have, when you raise the people at the bottom's pay, that thinks everybody else's pay, even the ones at the tops, needs to raise too, which causes prices to go up. So if we don't have price caps at profit percentage cap of how much profit you can make off an item, and we don't have executive salary caps of how much the rich people can make, then it doesn't matter how much wages go up. Without caps, caps on certain points in the line, the more prices, the more regular average people like me and you get wages go up, the more their prices are going to go up. But no one adjusts to inflation. Minimum wage has never been adjusted to inflation. It should be adjusted to inflation. But even if we were to adjust it to inflation without saying cap, you can't make over blah amount of money, executives. Bloom, you can't sell products for over a blah amount of money that you paid for the product. A profit percentage cap. Without that, and without adjusting the wages for see, another thing that minimum wage doesn't factor in, and that a lot of companies also don't factor in, is experience and skills and other qualifications. They think that if they can get you for as close to minimum wage as possible, they're fine with that. They don't care if you have extra experience. They don't care what your last job paid you. They don't care any of that. They're like, this is how much we'll pay you. Take it, or we'll find someone else who will do the job for that price. They don't care about your production ability, which is why actually you should get paid an extra percentage based off of production. See, because if you are paid an extra percentage based off of production, your next employer could look at and see how much money you made off of production and go, oh, he is worth more money because look, he's worth what he's worth what he the last job paid him plus more because look how good of an employee he is. If they could see that, which it would help, but they can't see that on paper. It's not something that can be shown on paper. It's something that has to be actually saw, viewed, and they don't really care about seeing things viewed. They actually only care about what's on the piece of paper. They don't know that you're skilled at doing something unless you have a piece of paper documenting that you know that skill and know what you're doing. That's part of, that's part of the problem. Companies that hire you, they don't give you pieces of paper to show the next company either. They don't. It's not like they're not like going to be. Oh, here, by the way, you passed this, so put this in your resume file, so that when you leave us, you can show. They don't want you leaving, but they know you're going to leave them because they pay too low, and you're going to go wherever they pay higher, or give you better benefits, or something of that nature. Anyway, that's enough ranting and raving for tonight. Remember, God is good. All the times, God is good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Jesus love, Jesus God, Jesus Lord, Jesus King, Jesus